your armor has piercing resist, it doesn't mean that your shield does. So if you're looking to do Shadow of Vanna, I'd recommend using a shield that has shadow resist, because you're going to be using your shield a whole lot more than you're actually going to be getting hit.
I'm just going to hide in this corner invisibly while Matt does everything.
I'm going to get Wolvered right here, but it's okay because there's health ups.
Even though Polaris does minor damage against Wolvers,
yeah, it's negligible. There's really not that much use to it.
Just the shock attack, stopping them from jumping around all the time.
Alright, you may notice that I could not see the enemy there. Can still attack it by using the little mini-map because an indication of where it'll be. Can help. Also, we actually didn't pull this totem down. I'm wondering, oh, why would you not pull down the totem? And the answer is, it was just too clustered. Like, we could have brought it down. We didn't. It actually costs a little bit of time to do it that way, but it was safer. One option, you can bring the totems up supposedly to block turrets that will spawn in the next arena. We're not going to do it because Purist mode is amazing. So, you get robbed to break the wheels at the same time. I'm going to bring up water. In normal Vanaduke, you don't have to bring water up at this section because there's a little... Right here, you'll see there's a water gem. And one of these corners won't have fire, this one right here. But in Darkfire, they were mean and they decided, no, all of the corners now have fire. You have to bring that water. And there's no purpose to that other than making it take longer, but they're mean, so they did it.
Yeah, Triple Rings has a habit of doing very mean things. It's on this side, Matt.
For example, Love Boras. These used to come free with every $5 that you would buy on Valentine's of energy. Now they just cost you $5 worth of energy. So like before, you would get 3,500 energy and you would get a free Love Aura for $5. Now, you would just get the Love Aura or you just get 3,500 energy. It's really dumb, the Valentine's Red this year. Just had to say.
Yeah, they've basically made it so you have to spend money on energy then, because there used to be the thing of you could buy keys and sell keys for energy, which actually would be more energy for your money.
I'm not going to be able to get a charge shot off on it, but I can get a normal shot, which gives us more chance of killing it with the next charge shot. Unless I miss horribly, in which case, never mind.
At least the turrets are down.
I'd actually recommend not polarizing right now, because it'll readjust it a bit.
Usually what I do is I go up here and get the
Right, so get multiple people. You want either 1 or 2 people at the bottom, and then other people at the top middle, or just everyone at the bottom. And you never want people to be on the sides, because it'll aggro these turrets, and the longer you can go without aggroing the turrets, the better.
That's why I'm up at the top and Matt is down at the bottom.
Right. So we just kind of bounce the skeletons between us, it makes it go faster.
And the turret has been aggroed so that it's facing that way now, so I have to move down here. That's the best thing about this. There's going to be a Trojan coming over.
So the Trojan, if you keep just kind of moving left and right, it will not attack you. Like, only when you slow down will it ever attack you. So
It can basically only attack if you have been standing still for about a second.
right, and reloading actually is slow enough to make it attack. So that's another great reason why you should not reload. Reload is just horrible.
And even though you can hit them from the front, the Polaris attack still knocks them back.
Interesting thing though, there is one time when you do want to use all 3 of your Polaris shots. Get into reload, and that's when you know an enemy's going to die, and you can safely get away after that without being hit. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people don't understand that. Like, I've run into a lot of teams that they just always shoot 3 times, or maybe they'll just shoot twice sometimes and not always, and it's just entirely random.
No! And now we're in the 3 Trojan spawn, and I'm literally underneath one.
Right, so this part's harder. Almerian Trojans will attack you even if you are moving left and right. The whole bob and weave trick is not going to work here, which makes it essential to make one Trojan face one way, other one face the other way, and then you can juke out. That way you can break out of that area. I just got hit once, which is really bad, and now I'm gonna have to invis. It's the only way out. I'm gonna bring one of these skeletons with me. You'll notice that the Trojans move really erratically when you're in invisibility. They move at the same speed as they would if they were dashing, but they're not dashing.
It's very strange.
Trojans are just... they don't handle invisibility very well.
Okay, well, I'm going to bounce. Quickly jump over here. That
Trojans immediately runs at you as soon as you sparked.
I'm invisibly.
We got one of the Trojans down.
And both the turrets are on me, so I can kind of just sit and kite this Trojan. Not anymore, because he's knocked into me. But I did get it.
But I attacked with the Polaris once before realizing it, and I actually didn't take damage. So now I know that my Polaris is safe. I'm just gonna use this, because my remedy is not safe right now.
Yeah, that's the only annoying thing. If you get your remedy capsules so that they're not safe, you can't cure your...
Right, like I'm at low enough health that I would die. So, the only thing is...
Basically, remedy capsules are your best friends in this. And I just died again. Damn it.
It's okay, just revive at the end, we'll be fine.
Yeah, everything's low enough that you should probably... Wait, why did I revive there? That was not there. I clicked to switch to your camera and then... Remedy capsules on Vana are your best friend. If you have no fire or curse resistance.
Even if you do, they're still just incredibly useful, because the curse lasts so long. Curse resistance is almost useless here. Like, the long time that curse lasts. Let's say you have max curse resist, maybe you're cursed for 25 seconds instead of 40. Which is significant, but it's not enough to justify spending a ton of money on those UVs when you could choose better UVs.
Such as shadow resistance.
Right.
And elemental resistance. Although I don't see why I'm using...
I don't think there's much from elemental, it's just really the turrets.
I don't even think they do that much at elemental. Like, because it's the undead turrets most of the time. I think they do more...
There are the slimes that do piercing, but typically you prioritize those, they don't even hit you anyways. Polaris the Trojan is slow enough. And because I saw Rob was moving. If Rob was moving the other way, then I would not have Polaris because it would kill him. Or at least severely hurt him. Right, once you clear the arena, the turrets stop respawning, so it's actually okay to just go ahead and kill them. It makes it easier to pick up the loot.
This is the secret little area.
Right,
we pressed that button.
I'm just gonna get her.
I won't hit it yet, just so you can show.
Okay, so these... Look on the map here. There's a little alcove at the left side, and someone finally noticed that a year after the game came out. And so hitting the button at the start makes this little blue box spawn here. Hitting that destroys all these boxes, letting you access this area. There's 3 prize boxes. My guess is that there were actually supposed to be 4, but they placed the other prize box like next to the gray block, so it gets deleted when you hit the blue. It's just a guess, but judging by how the room looks, it looks like that's what they did.
I don't know if the
Grim Sparks will drop with 3 Radiance. Forge Sparks will not drop with any. Fun facts. Never gonna help you in life, but there you go.
Did not know that.
I only found it out the other run when I had 3 boxes in a row all dropped Grim Sparks and 3 Radiance, and then 2 of the boxes on the other sides only dropped Forge Sparks, like nothing else. And so every run from then on I've been trying to pay attention, and I've never seen a Forge Spark drop with Radiance or a Grim Spark drop without them.
So basically here I'm on the little... Basically, the thing in the middle is an evil thing that slows you.
Yeah, it slows you, and it doubles enemy defenses. And so, Rob doesn't have a blitz, but that's okay because you only really need one person to have it. One person handles taking care of the middle thing and fires, other person handles Vanaduke. That's really it, but if you have the chance to kill minions, then go for it, because minions are important to get rid of. Fire drops at all stages during the Dark Fire Mana fight. Normally, in normal Vana, they only drop once you've defeated the first 1 or 2 stages, depending on how you consider Vana.
5 stage
Three
boss
walk phases, 2 mask phases. Fires will only start spawning after you've killed the first walking phase and the first mask phase. In Darkfire, it spawns from the get-go. Right there you notice that Rob's Shock actually cancelled Vanaduke's dash. Like, Shock is a very powerful status effect. It can cancel boss attacks. Which is why I actually should have swapped off these Shock barriers for Shock vials. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up to it, go invisible, and place a barrier. And it does a little bit of damage. It's a little bit. It's not much. It's like 400 and something. But it's something.
I'm dead. It's okay, I have my emergency revive.
Okay. So...
It's basically because he's attacking me.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's basically attacking me whenever you run past him and he does his slam. It's got that much of a range on it that it still hits me.
Okay, so we broke the phase. At this point, Rob's gonna water it, and then I'll just... Uh-oh. Okay, maybe not.